Hello, so here we are in a new week. We are starting off December with so much changing energy. So December 2nd itself has a few things happening, such as Jupiter moving into Capricorn, which is going to be continuing right through December and all the way through 2020 till next December. So this is a whole new fresh energy coming in, and with it a kind of shift. I'll talk about it more in another video, but for now just know that there's a feeling of underlying nervousness, sensitivity that's been arising in the last week or so, and just now that this new energy is coming in, and there's a sense of, it's kind of like a nervousness or an underpinning anxiety. If you're not feeling that, then maybe you're more at peace, because there's always two ends of every spectrum, right? So that's why I don't always just talk about positive things or just negative things, because in truth, it all exists. There's a good and the bad side of every coin. So with this at the moment, this sensitivity is pulling out these parts of you. Perhaps even you're feeling it in your throat chakra, some things that you want to express. So it's very much about this unnerving feeling of truth arising and feeling your truth within you, and assimilating how that's going to be expressed. And if it's not something that you're going to communicate, which you could do rather curtly, if not succinctly, then it's underpinning in your consciousnness. What is there? What is it trying to tell you? What lessons have you learned in the last year, let alone weeks, days, months? What's coming up? Because this is what you want to work through, especially now as we are working towards closing off the doorways of December, and this whole year, well, actually decade. I'm really getting the extra feeling that it's important for us to really figure out what changes we want to make in this new coming year. And I'll talk about this again in upcoming videos. But change is on the horizon, and we're a little bit sort of like frenetic within our energy, or disturbed at the thought of it, and perhaps the feeling of unknown and so on. Now that's for those of you who feel a bit unsettled. It's not like that deep intensity that we felt previously. I even mentioned that last week as well. There's this change, right? And there's this new freshness as well, but it's all like a new landscape. So if you're doing the happy dance and you're great and fine and sailing along, that's wonderful. For those of you who feel a bit dragged down or unsure, just know it's just the energy. The energy is stirring, it's changing. Oh, I don't want to say stirring like stirring the pot, just it's brewing, yeah? So I guess it's the best way to say it. I've used that word several times in recent weeks. So it's a different kind of brewing though. It's just getting ready. It's like, you can't go and eat the whole meal before it's cooked. So, and cooking is not instant. There's no microwave here. Everyone wants the high vibe microwave version of change, but it ain't always like that. Most of the time it's progressive, and you need to have the right ingredients and put it all together. So all those ingredients right now, the angels are saying, are assimilating, they are getting prepared to be put together, and there is a recipe indeed. There is an end in sight, they say. And I know straight away that I'm sort of channeling through the angels when I'm saying words like indeed, because that's the kind of language that they use and not my own so much. So at the beginning of this week, sensitivity, perhaps some feelings of romance, or just interesting things happening in your love relationship, those of you in a relationship, or the people around you and your family. It feels very, I was thinking just as I was preparing for this video, that it feels quite Cancerian, even though there's no prevalent Cancer energy right now that I'm aware of. So also that made me think, if there's a Cancer out there, or you know someone that's a Cancer, then that's a message for you as well. Just pay attention. But the Cancer feeling otherwise of sort of family, home, that kind of thing, your children, you know, love, goodness, all those things. So they're all sort of around too. It's just a really interesting time, but so much is going to be happening. So it'll be really interesting to see how the rest of this month progresses. It's also bringing about deep thinking, deep reflection, deep wondering. Things might be stirring up, like, where am I going? What am I doing? What about my old? I'm going to talk about this more coming up, but old stuff or ways, and are sort of, you're not sure if that's the way you want to go anymore necessarily in certain things that were not working. And so now it's about recalibrating and fine-tuning where it is you want to go. And I'm not speaking necessarily about right now, that can apply to now or upcoming, but also more over next year. And next year has a very interesting energy indeed, which I can't wait to talk about. So the message for today otherwise is to watch out for any feelings of sensitivity. It would be great to use angelite as a crystal, the angels are saying, as well as hematite. So angelite is a stone to help you connect with the angels, but there are other ones too, such as celestite, and it's just a feeling of, and also they're saying now it's for the throat chakra. So I didn't realize that till this point. So this is any kind of blue stone is wonderful for throat chakra healing, and I can already feel that now. But angelite will just bring about also a sense of peace and calmness. So that's what's needed as well, the angels say. And also hematite for grounding, for protection, to sort of anchor you down, but also I'm feeling right now to absorb the energies. So absorb whatever sort of fuzziness is coming your way, any sort of negative energy of any type, just anything sort of interference, I would say. So just to sort of absorb that and to keep you feeling sort of a bit more settled. So that's where I want to get you, in a more settled state. So the angels say otherwise, this is a time to think about shining your light, and it might feel a bit dimmer, or like it's sort of like your light is saying, oh, where do I go? Do I go up? Do I go down? Do I expand out? Do I contract? And that's also very interesting that I say that now, because it's very much the dynamic of the Jupiter and Capricorn energy that's going to be really acting as a massive backdrop for us in the next year. So you're really getting a taste of this energy, and it's very much a period of integrating that and getting used to it. So you might have some uncomfortability while you're adjusting to that. But of course, there's never one energy happening. There's all sorts of things happening, right? But that's just one of the backdrops. So shine your light, Archangel Uriel says, and sort of think about maybe raising your light and just seeing the difference in that. I'm guided to the sun, so if you can get out in the sun, get out into nature, that'll be really healing for you as well. It really is a period of healing, which is also why earlier today I made a healing video, so do watch that too. It's called something like eye gazing, and it's where I gaze into the camera and you just look into my eyes and just absorb the healing energy, and it will bring up lots of stuff. So if you're feeling sensitive, you might notice that you'll cry or have some sort of emotional releasing or reaction, and it's all part of the process. Okay, so otherwise, it will help lift up your vibrations and just get you kick-started back to home base. So other than those things, I would say we are positively moving forward, okay? And there's much more to come. We're moving from our crown chakra to our third eye chakra. So the angels are saying this is representing right now opening up. See, this is the key. When you're feeling unsettled, focus on opening up your crown, so that opens you up to the divine. And the third eye chakra represents your focus and your vision, if not your psychic insight, your intuitiveness, your vision for yourself and for your life. And this is what the energy is stirring up, bringing about. It's a big part of that meal that we're cooking right now, and it's about refocusing what we want and where we want to go, and more on that soon. So if you experience any tension or any feeling of feeling a bit lost, feeling kind of just like disabled and like, or disintegrating in some way, it's all good, okay? You're just where you need to be, and it will change again. So do watch that, and any feelings of sadness or confusion that might come up. Otherwise, you might be feeling the more central side of the energy, and feeling sort of a bit of passion arising and that kind of thing as a offshoot from last week, but also some other new energies coming in. So see how you might be expressing yourself or receiving more caring, tender support. Okay, so do seek support where needed and give support when needed. But it's important, the angels say, is balance. They're really coming back to a sense of balance, which they're reminding me. That was the other thing I wanted to mention about the crystal hematite. It restores you and brings you back into balance. And I will leave you with that last thought for today. And we'll so much more to come energy wise. So hang in there, let me know how you're going, and don't hesitate to write a comment. Okay, speak soon. Bye.